Let's be real, we've all been there. You sit down, you're determined to study, and then, poof, your focus is gone. Today, we're going to fix that. We are going to break down a super simple but powerful strategy to help you get your focus back and beat distractions for good.
Sound familiar? You have the best intentions, your books are open, but 5 minutes in, you're deep into a social media rabbit hole or just staring out the window. Yeah, you are so not alone in this. This is the age-old struggle for focus. But the good news is, it's a problem we can absolutely solve.
So where do we even begin? Well, before you can fight off distractions, you have to know what they are. The very first step isn't about having more willpower, it's about having more awareness. Just seeing what's pulling your attention away, that's like half the battle right there.
So let's get right into it. Our first mission is exactly that. Figuring out what your personal focus killers are. We need to get specific and, name the culprits.
Okay, so take a second right now. Seriously, what is it for you? Is it that phone that's always buzzing, the constant ping of notifications? Maybe it's just the noise in the background. Or, and this is a big one for a lot of us, is it just your own thoughts bouncing around? The key here is to pinpoint your personal number one enemy.
All right, so once you know what you're up against, it's time to build your defenses. This is all about creating a physical space where focusing is just easier. We're going to design an environment that sets you up for success.
Just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got the distraction zone, and yeah, that probably looks pretty familiar, right? The phone's right there, notifications are on, stuff everywhere, it's just begging you to get sidetracked. But then look at the focus zone on the right. Notice how a couple of tiny changes, like just moving your phone, it's not just about cleaning your desk. It sends this powerful psychological signal to your brain that says, okay, it's go time.
So let's make this super practical with 3 easy steps. First, clear that desk. Seriously, the only thing in your line of sight should be the materials for your one current task. Second, move your phone. I mean it, put it in another room. Out of sight, out of mind. It is a total game changer. And third, if noise is an issue, block it out. Noise-canceling headphones are your best friend. These little things, they add up to make a massive difference.
Okay, your fortress is built, your space is ready. Now we need to talk about training your brain. You wouldn't just go out and run a marathon without training first, right? Well, focus is exactly the same. It's a muscle, and we're going to build it with short, powerful sprints.
Here's the first half of the plan. You're going to set a timer for just 30 minutes. That's it. And for that half hour, you have one job and one job only, to work on your task. No multitasking, no quick checks of your phone, just pure, deep, uninterrupted concentration.
And now for the other, equally important side of this. The second that 30-minute timer dings, you stop. You have to. And you take a mandatory 5-minute break. A real break. Get up, stretch, look out the window, do anything but the task. And look, this isn't a suggestion. It's a critical part of the process. It's what makes the whole thing sustainable.
So why does this work so incredibly well? Because it teaches your brain that focus isn't some endless painful slog. It has a clear beginning and a clear end. By working in these short, manageable bursts, you're building up your focus stamina over time without getting totally burned out. It's literally a workout for your brain.
All right, we've dealt with the outside world. But what about the noise that's coming from inside our own heads? Yeah, that's often the hardest part, right? So let's dive into a strategy for managing your mind.
Your mind tends to wander when it has no idea where it's going. So before you even hit start on that 30-minute timer, you need a little micro plan. What exactly are you going to get done? Read 10 pages? Solve 5 math problems? Being super specific gives your brain a target to lock onto, which makes it way less likely to drift off.
But what happens when those random thoughts pop in? Like, oh man, I need to buy milk. Or, what was the name of that actor? Here's the trick. Give them a place to live. Keep a little notepad right next to you. This is your later list. When a thought pops up, you just quickly scribble it down and get right back to work. You're not ignoring it. You're just parking it for later. It's so simple, but it really works.
Okay, we're at the last step, and honestly, it's the most fun part of this whole thing. To make all this hard work actually stick, you've got to tell your brain, hey, you did a good job. It's all about that sweet, sweet positive reinforcement.
So after every single focus block, give yourself a small, immediate reward. It could be a favorite snack, a short walk outside, or, even 5 minutes of guilt-free scrolling. The important thing is that you connect the hard work of focusing with a positive feeling right away.
And this isn't just about feeling good. There's real brain science here. When you reward a behavior, your brain releases dopamine, which basically tells it, hey, let's do that again. Over time, you're literally rewiring your brain to associate studying with a positive outcome. It makes it so much easier to get started the next time. And that really brings us to the big takeaway here. Stop trying to win the battle for focus with willpower alone. It's exhausting. Instead, become an architect of your concentration. By thoughtfully designing your space, your time, and your mindset, you create a system where focus becomes the path of least resistance. So the real question is, what's the one change you're going to make to your environment today?